Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. We're gonna celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on. Yeah. It's your celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. Celebrate good times, come on.
Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to put speaker view on, and I suggest that you do the same, that you go onto speaker view so that all you see is the person, me, who is speaking, or whoever is speaking. So everybody should be muted. If you don't see that you're muted, please take yourself off of mute. Oh, and you're still singing the song. We're still singing the song. So welcome. I can see, I'm actually going to put you on gallery view so I could see everybody's face. We've got a couple of screens of people. Welcome. Oh, so nice to see. I see my brother and his wife. Oh, how cool is this? I see kindred spirits. I see people from Ireland. I see, oh my gosh. Oh, this is so cool. Thank you all for coming to the official book launch for Dragonflies at Night, More Than a Love Story, which today is the big day. Launch, landing. Dragonflies don't launch, they land. And if anybody wants to say anything to me, just type it in the chat box. We're probably not going to have time for people to speak individually, but I will print out the chat box and read it later. So as if you were at my house and we had a guest book for you to sign, you can use the chat box for that. I want to say a special thank you to Kimmy. Kimmy, why don't you just take yourself off of mute and say hello, so people know with the dragonflies behind her. Kimmy's one of my assistants at Kaleidosol, and she's helping me out today by managing the chat box and any questions you have. And she's got 3 screens going at once at her house to manage my email in case people lost the Zoom link. So she's also going to help me with the giveaways and the prizes. Thank you so much for Kimmy, for helping me with this. Makes it a little less nerve-wracking to see your face there. Also, thank you to all my beta readers. You know who you were, you know who you are from about a year ago when I was sending out the 3rd or 4th draft and looking for feedback. So thank you all for that, because your input made a huge difference. And thank you also to my super fans who are right now out there in the world spreading the word and posting it on Facebook and writing their reviews on Amazon. And you all know who you are too, and I'm really, really grateful, because once again, this wouldn't be happening without you. So I'm not going to wear this get up the whole time because this is really pretty annoying. But I do want to start right away. For those of you that came on time, we're going to do our first giveaway right away. And this is going to be a dragonfly tote bag, and it's full of all kinds of dragonfly things. There's here, I'll show you. There's a dragonfly coloring book, an adult coloring book. There's a journal. There's 2 journals, one with the quote from the book about those whom we love and lose are no longer where they were before. They're now wherever we are. And also in that bag are some other dragonfly goodies, like a sun catcher and a handmade bookmark and some other cool things. So how we're going to do the giveaway is Kimmy's going to monitor the chat box. And how many people do we have? I can't see. Kimmy, do you see how many people?
5 right now.
All right. So if you want to win this, what you want to do is type in the chat box where you are zooming in from, and Kimmy's going to pick the 10th person. So I'm going to read it out loud for those of you that are watching at home. Virginia. Oh, it's going too fast. New York, Buffalo, Arizona, Oregon, Maryland, Arizona, Wisconsin, California, New York, New Hampshire, New York, Ireland, Michigan. All right, we've got a worldwide representation here. Pretty cool, huh? All right, Kimmy.
5. Sorry.
Are you counting the chats?
Yep. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. D from Madison, Wisconsin.
All right, Dee. Are you there? Can you take yourself off mute and say hello?
Hi,
Oh, hi, Dee. All right.
congratulations.
You've won this. Thank you so much. You've won this lovely tote bag, and I'm going to ship it to you. What you need to do is email me. You know my email, so go ahead and email me after this is over with the address you want it shipped to. And also in that email, tell me what you won. Kimmy's writing it down, but we just want to be sure you get the right prize, okay? So thank you for that, and we're going to give away another one of these at the very end. I've got 2 of them. And we also have one on Saturday if you come back.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry, what? Oh,
I just said thank you.
you're all set, you're welcome. Thank you for coming. So fun, glad people come on time. Now there's 44 people. See, those people that came in after 25 missed that gift. So aren't you glad you came on time? So what we're gonna do is some more giveaways, and you can ask questions in the chat box. Kimmy's gonna monitor that in between giveaways. I can answer questions about the book, and I'm going to talk about the book as I do the giveaways. At 4:30 we have guest author Anne Crawford coming, and at 4:45 Jennifer Louden is going to drop in. They'll each be here for 5 or 10 minutes, and they've got giveaways of their own stuff to give away. So just in case anybody's not on my author list, if you go to annemariebennett.com, in the right hand column you'll see the place where you can sign up for my updates on what's coming next after Dragonflies at Night. Also, if you go on Amazon and buy either the paperback, or even if you buy the Kindle version, you would want to send me the receipt. Just forward it to me, Anne-Marie at annemariebennett.com, and I'll send you this. Whoa, it's a hand-stamped signed book plate that you can put inside the book. And if you buy some for friends, I will send that many. So if your receipt shows you bought 3, I'll send you 3 book plates. And if you do buy it and you do read it, please put a review on Amazon, because that's the nuts and bolts of how authors succeed or don't succeed on Amazon. So I'd appreciate any honest reviews. You don't have to give me 5 stars. You don't have to even like it. Just be honest. Okay, so I'm supposed to take this off at some point. I'm going to take it off right now because this thing is really annoying. All right, so there's the legs. Whew. Okay, here I am, back to me. So in the book, Dragonflies at Night, one of the main characters is Savannah. And Savannah is a life celebration planner, a party planner. So because her business is called Life Celebrations, I'm calling this a celebration instead of a party. I really like that word a whole lot better. So I'm honoring Savannah here. And when I was planning this, I mean, really, honestly, I was planning it back in February and early March, thinking of, oh, I can have a book party at my house, and I can go to Barnes & Noble, and people can come, and we can celebrate together. And then the middle of March hit, and nobody was going anywhere, and people still aren't going anywhere, obviously, right? So I was trying to bring into this Zoom celebration as much of what I might have had here at my house as possible. So when I think of the celebrations that Savannah was planning for her business, she had decorations. So I've got banners up, and you can't tell, but the little lights are actually shaped like dragonflies. I wish you could see them. She had music, of course, at her celebrations, and we just started with Kool and the Gang's celebration, and we're gonna have a little music in a few minutes, a little more music, shorter than that. We had signed, I would have had signed copies. I would be signing copies. So the only way we can do that is for you to buy the book and send me your receipt, and I will send you the signed book plate. And then there was food and drink, of course, but we can't have that. And even back when I was planning this, I bought a little dragonfly cookie cutter and I was gonna bake cookies in the shape of dragonflies. So that didn't happen. You just have to pretend that you're eating dragonfly cookies, okay? Okay, and then party, always something fun. You give out favors. So I found these on eBay. What do you think? I can't really see through them, so I'm gonna take them off, but they're dragonfly wing glasses, and I think they're really cool. So we've got a party here, and that's the main character, Savannah, and she named her Life Celebrations business after her mother, Deirdre Rose, who died when she was 15. And one of Deirdre Rose's things when she was alive was she loved to celebrate life, and she knew that life was short and you never know when it's going to end, and she was always celebrating and giving parties. And Savannah's kind of the opposite of that. She's more of an introvert, but she did create this business in honor of her mother, and a very successful business as well. And actually, the man she falls in love with, Ben, is an extrovert. And at one point, he says something pretty funny, which is, Savannah, did you notice you're an introvert who gives parties, and I'm an extrovert who's a bad host. So what a great match they are. So moving on to the character of Ben, Sheppard. He's an international music star with a gift for songwriting. And I actually have to say that his character was inspired by Josh Groban. And as I was writing and realizing some of his music was going to be in the book, or the lyrics to his music anyway, as I was picturing him on stage and singing and performing and writing, I was also thinking of Jason Mraz. So Ben Sheppard, in my imagination, is an amalgamation of Josh Groban and Jason Mraz. So our next giveaway is going to be to honor Josh Groban, since I don't have Ben Sheppard's CD yet. So I'm going to give away Josh Groban's Stages Live. This is the one where he performs a whole bunch of Broadway songs. So if you'd like this, Kimmy's going to play about a minute of one of my favorite Josh Groban songs, which is Grateful. And one of the reasons why I kind of modeled maybe Ben's songwriting and music after Josh Groban is because Josh's music, some of it is, especially the old music, is more like love, you know, you've done me wrong, kind of, I'm hurting from love songs. But his music lately, a lot of it has deeper meaning to it about life and the living of it. And this is one of my favorite songs because of that. So while Kimmy is playing this part of the song, and in the video of the song, in the background, you're going to see children or teenagers who are part of Josh's Theater in the Arts education program, which he's a big proponent of. So we're going to give away the CD. So if you want the CD, type in the chat box. Oh, I see we have 57 people now. All right, I'm going to make Kimmy count to a higher number. Type in the chat box either your favorite Josh Groban song or just a song that you like. And Kimmy's going to pick the 30th person. Okay, after she starts playing. Do we have 30 entries, or should people type again?
No, we only have 12.
Okay. Why don't you pick the 9th one?
Okay.
And can you stop sharing your screen so that we can see everybody again?
Yep. There we go.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to those of you who've just zoomed in from wherever you're zooming in from. We're just doing a giveaway of a Josh Groban CD. So who's number 9, Kim?
Sorry.
That's all right.
1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hallelujah. Maxine Vogue.
Maxine. Maxine, can you unmute yourself and tell us where you're from?
Yes, hi, I'm from New Jersey.
All right, great. Welcome. Thank you for joining. And
Congratulations, Anne-Marie, for a wonderful book.
thank you so much. What you need to do is email me after this is over and say, I'm Maxine, I won the Josh Groban CD. Here's my address, and I'll get it out to you later this week. Great.
Okay, thank you.
So next, so we've talked about Savannah, and we talked about Ben. And so what happens is they meet at Kripalu. Kripalu is a yoga center in the Berkshires of Massachusetts, and I've been there many, many times, and I know a lot of you have been as well. This is my soul collage card to honor Kripalu, which I made many years before this story. So in honor of them meeting at this yoga retreat center, I have a copy of this wonderful heavy cookbook, the Kripalu Kitchen, which is it's the newest Kripalu cookbook. And also, I give this away in honor of Kripalu, but also in honor of the character of Savannah, who is kind of a health nut when it comes to food. So we're going to give away the cookbook. If you want the cookbook, please type into the chat box either your favorite health food or your favorite yoga posture. And we'll take the 11th one. It's really a heavy, meaty cookbook. And Jeremy Rocksmith is the current chef there. I took a class from him the last time I was there. It was really phenomenal. He's really an amazing person and chef. So who wants to win that cookbook? Bring it up, bring it up.
Oh, so fast.
I don't see how you do it.
What did I say, 11? Did I say 11 people? Oh, what's happening here? I can't, you know what, I have to move. Sorry, oops.
3, 4.
I have to come back now.
5.
Are you all still there? Because I lost me. There we are. Oh, phew. Okay, there.
Margie Oden is number 11.
Who?
Margie Oden is number 11.
Margie Bowden, are you there? You want to take yourself off mute and say hello or not? It's fine if you don't.
Hello.
Oh,
Yes.
great.
Yep.
Thank you, Margie, for coming. And please email me after this is over, Anne-Marie at annemariebennett.com. Or you can go to dragonfliesatnight.com if that's easier to remember, and just click on the contact button at the top and tell me you're the one who won the Kripalu cookbook. All right.
Okay,
So
thank you so much, and congratulations on your new book.
there you are. Thank you. Thank you for
Yes.
coming. Awesome. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us. All right. So we've met Savannah, and you've met Ben, sort of. And you've met, and we've talked about how they both met at Kripalu. So the next major character is Deirdre Rose, and she is Savannah's mother, or she was Savannah's mother. She is still Savannah's mother because when at Deirdre Rose's funeral, when Savannah was 15, Savannah went outside by herself after it was over and it was nighttime, and a dragonfly landed on her arm, and she felt really connected to her mother because her mother wanted to be an entomologist when she was younger, and dragonfly was her favorite insect, and Savannah knew that, and she felt like her mother was comforting her. So dragonflies throughout the story play an important part through the story of Deirdre Rose, who also narrates part of the story. So in honor of dragonflies, we're going to give away something that's also in the tote bag. It's a Entangled Dragonflies coloring book, kind of like Zentangle designs, and a beautiful spiral notebook. These are both going to one person, and if you'd like to win this, in the chat box, you want to type the name of an animal that has some kind of special place in your heart. Not a pet, but maybe you're really attuned to dolphins, or maybe you really like giraffes, like Kimmy. Or maybe it is dragonfly. So let's go ahead and type that in, and Kimmy will pick the 21st answer. Oh my gosh, we have 99 people here. I am so moved. Oh my gosh. Huh. Are you counting? Do we have 21 yet? Did I say 21?
4, 5.
Just keeping an eye on the time because, oh good, we have time.
15,
And then this is
16,
next.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, Carly Kane. Carly,
Carly, hi Carly. Or can you take yourself off of mute and say hello, or you don't have to? Carly, I don't see Carly. I don't think I know that name. So Carly, you just won the coloring book and the journal. So if you could email me after this is over and tell me that's what you won and give me your mailing address, I will get that out to you later this week. Okay, so also at the very front of the book is this quote that kind of guided me as I was writing after I realized it wasn't just a romantic love story. And it's a quote from St. John of Chrysostom, and I have some journals made up with this quote on it and this beautiful image. And it says, "Those whom we love and lose are no longer where they were before. They are now wherever we are." And this is from St. John of Chrysostom. I think that's how you say it. I'm not really sure. So if you would like to win this journal, actually, I'll give away 2 of these. So if you'd like to win this journal, type in the chat box the name of a person who has gone before you that you still feel close to. And we'll take the 8th person. Lots of beautiful names. I hope you can all see the chat box as these names are coming up. How beautiful. In memory of them. It's nice to remember them even if you're not the 8th person.
Lisa Clark.
Lisa Clark?
Yes.
Okay. Lisa, are you there? Want to say hello?
Hello, hello.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi. Congratulations. It's a wonderful day. It's a very exciting day.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So make sure you email me after this. Remind me that you won the journal. And actually, Kimmy, who was right after her? I said I was giving away 2. So who was the person right after?
Pamela Canada.
Pamela Canada?
Yep.
Are you there? Want to say
I
hello?
sure am. Thank you very much.
Okay,
How
great.
exciting.
So be sure to email me and let me know that you won that the smaller
Yes.
journal, and with your address.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you all.
Congratulations.
I see many, many people here. We've got a couple minutes before Anne comes, so I'm just going to scroll through the screen so anybody watching the recording can see all these faces. Hello, I see familiar faces. I see people I don't know yet. So grateful for you for coming. I'm so, so happy to see you. All right. So does anybody have any questions you'd like me to answer while we wait for Anne? And I don't even know if Anne might be here already. Kimmy, have you let in somebody named Anne Crawford?
No.
Okay. I'll just make sure I have her book in front of me. This is so much fun. It's kind of a good introvert's way to have a party. But it still would be nice to have you all right here in my house.
I have a question for you. Can
Great.
you hear me?
Hi, Fran.
Hi.
Well,
I read about your background with writing. How do you keep yourself going in terms of steadiness for writing and, you know, your momentum?
Well, this book was started in 2014, so and I have another full-time job with Kaleidosol and my soul collage work, so it's been a little intermittent. But I will say, when I got stuck in 2017, like I had it maybe half done, and I knew it was turning into something that wasn't a love story exactly. It is a love story, but it's more than that. I really did get stuck, and I kind of put it down, and I was kind of like, what am I going to do with this? Am I going to do it? Do I want to do it? And then Jennifer Louden, who's our guest at Quarter of the Hour, was doing an online course called Get Your Scary Shit Done. And I love her. I've loved her since she started probably in the 80s teaching and writing books. And so I took that course, and that really zoomed me into making a decision that, yes, I was going to finish it. I was going to complete it. And she taught us so many different ways of finishing something that you start and you kind of get dragged down or blocked on. And she'll maybe talk about a little bit about that when she comes in. But yeah. And also, I mean, for me, I have to keep remembering that this is what I love to do. This is what I've loved to do since I was a little girl, writing stories and plays in spiral notebooks and on lined notebook paper and 3-ring binders. And I've always, always loved it. So and that's one of the things she taught us, was to keep in touch with that part of us, that desire, that longing to do that thing that makes you so happy. And so, yeah, as long as I can stay in touch with that and remember that I'm really writing it for me instead of thinking about what's going to happen when I put it out there. That's really a really, really big thing.
Thank you, Anne Marie. And does she still teach that course?
No, but she has a book that has a lot of that inspiration and philosophy in it. It's called Why Bother? And she's going to be giving that away today as well. That's one reason why I invited her. And I see that Anne is here. Kimmy, would you admit her? Hello, Anne. I see that we have admitted you into the launch party for Dragonflies at Night. Can you unmute yourself and say hello? There you are. Kimmy's probably trying to unmute.
There we go.
You are.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Hi, Anne.
Hi. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's so nice to meet you. I came across Anne Crawford, whose wonderful book that she's going to talk about today, Angels on Overtime. I found just by happenstance earlier this year when I was researching marketing people online that might help me do the marketing aspect of it. And one of them that I found that I didn't actually hire, but on their, look at us, this is what we've done page, was a thing about Anne Crawford and this book. And the first, when you go on Amazon and you look at it, the very first thing says, it starts with a question. There's a saying that every single blade of grass has an angel bending over it, gently whispering, grow, 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 right? You've heard that. If every single blade of grass has that much loving attention, can you imagine what every single human being has? You're about to find out. Well, you know what? I couldn't help it. I had to buy it. And I read it like in a couple of sittings and I loved it. I love her sense of humor, but she also writes about meaningful things that are about life and love. And if you go to her website, which is anncrawford.net, you'll see her tagline is love, light, and laughter. And she does bring that to everything that she writes. So I'm really happy to introduce you to my peeps here. If you want to tell us a little bit about your book.
Sure. That book came out in 2013, and my husband and I met on eHarmony in 2006, and we both had lists. He had a list of 40 things he wanted in his next and last wife. He wanted blue eyes that sparkle. He wanted someone between 5'10" and 6 feet, and I'm 5'11". He wanted someone at peace with her world, intelligent, well-read, all that. He was specific, 40 things, and I was almost all 40 of them. And the last thing on his list was, she has her own list, and I meet all of her criteria. Well, I did, and he did, still does. And so we would joke about that over the years, about how in the world we called each other in. He was in Kansas, I was in California, and we just pictured these Keystone Cops angels bumbling about, trying to get the two of us together. And that's how the book was born. So it's deep, it's high, it's funny, it's touching, and a lot more of it is true than you would expect.
Wow, I did not know that was based on real. That is so cool. And it really made me stop and think, what are those angels thinking when I do certain things? And they're trying to get something across to me. It's such a wonderful book. So you're going to give away 2 copies of the Kindle version?
Kindle, yeah.
I'm just going to go to screenshot here. I'm not really oh, wait a minute. 5 people? 10, 15, 20. Oh, there's 25 people on a screen. And I can only see 2 screens, although it says there's 99 people here. I don't know why that is. So how we're going to give it away, Anne, is don't look around, but just tell me if you want screen 1 or 2.
2.
You're going to pick the winner this way. Just follow me.
Okay.
Tell me 1 or 2.
2.
Okay, so we're going to go to Kimmy. Kimmy's going to the second screen. Now pick a row, 1 through 5, right? Kimmy, are there 5 rows there?
3.
Don't look. 3rd
I
row,
know.
second screen, 3rd row. What number square? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
3.
3? All right, Kimmy, who is it?
That's Pam Pathworth.
All right, Pam, you got 1 copy of the Angels on Overtime Kindle version. Are you there, Pam? Do you have a Kindle? Pam.
I actually did see her. She looked very excited.
Okay, all right. All right, so Pam, what you want to do is email me afterwards. Tell me you want Anne's version, the Kindle version of Angels on Overtime, and make sure you give me the email address you want her to send it to, and I will send that to Anne, so she will get it directly to you. Okay, you're going to do that again. You're going to do that again, Anne.
Okay.
1 or 2.
1, 4, 4.
All right. First screen, 4th.
4.
First
That's
screen.
Evan Let PC.
First screen, 4th.
Yep, you.
First
Evan.
screen. 1 to 4th row. Who
Yes.
are you seeing?
It's Elaine.
Elaine.
All right.
Thank
Elaine, you know my email address, I guess, right? All right. All right. So, and I know you have a Kindle, right, hon?
Mm-hmm.
All right, great. All right. So is there anything else you want to share with us? Anne, you have something new coming up, I
I
think.
do. I have a top agent in New York interested in my latest book. And I mean, I have 5 other books up on Amazon. So I've been busy.
Yes. Yes, that's great. Can you tell us the name of it or not yet?
The new one I'm going to wait on, but my most recent one is Fresh Off the Starship.
Right.
It's another comedy.
I've read that one too. That one's really, really good too. Yes.
And I read your book and I loved it. It's just darling.
Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot
Beautiful.
to me.
Beautiful story.
It was so lovely because after I found her and read the book, I reached out to her, and it's always nice because I reach out to authors sometimes and they never respond, but she did, and we got to know each other on email, and she mostly on Instagram, and she's become one of our super fans as well. So thank you so much for coming today, and
My pleasure.
Appreciate it. Have a good rest of the day.
Thank you. I wish you the best.
Thank you, and good luck with your new book too.
Thank
It's
you.
exciting. All right, so we have a little bit of time before Jennifer Louden comes on, so I'll be happy to answer any other questions that you have about the book if you've read it, or about the writing process or the creative process, or anything else you want to know about me. My husband's coming in on the hour, so you'll get to meet him pretty soon, which could be very interesting. Are there any questions in the chat box, Kimmy, or you can take yourself off of mute and ask?
No questions yet.
Nobody has a question.
Oh, are you planning a sequel?
Lisa, hi Lisa. Oh, there are questions now. I am not planning a sequel for this book, but the next novel that is starting to come into my imagination, I have a way that I can bring Ben and Savannah and their 3-year-old baby child into it, and their dog. I have a way to bring them in for a little piece of it, just so you can get to see where they are in 3 years. But I won't say any more than that. What other questions are there, Kimmy?
Will we ever know about the baby?
Yes, you will. In the next novel, hopefully it won't take me 6 years to put it out there.
How did you decide which things your first readers suggest you use?
I'm not sure what that means. So,
How do you decide which things that your first readers suggest you use?
oh, from like a year ago when I had beta readers reading it, and how did I choose? I just kind of like intuitively, like that makes sense, or especially errors in punctuation, that all made sense. That was really helpful. And you know, the most helpful thing I got from a beta read, well, one of the most helpful things I got from one of those readers from last fall was that Deirdre Rose's name, Savannah's mother's name at the inception of this was Audrey Rose. And two of my beta readers pointed out to me that that's the name of a very famous horror movie. And maybe I might want to reconsider, because if somebody, because she's the first one who speaks in the book, and people might get the wrong idea and shut the book. So I didn't know that, but that was really helpful. That's one reason why, if you're writing a book and you want to get it out there, get some people to read it for you at the beginning, so you get a feel for how people are responding to it.
Yeah.
Do you use pen and paper, or do you use a computer when writing?
I use my laptop. I sometimes brainstorm with pen and paper in my journal, just like characters, names, and things like that. But the story comes sometimes too fast for that. So yeah, I use my good laptop.
What do you want readers to take away from your novel?
Wow, I should probably ask some people who've already read it what they've taken away from it. But I would say I'd like them to take away the fact, some knowings, some understandings about life, and that life is short, and that we can't be afraid of what's coming next or what might happen, but we need to celebrate where we are right now and what is happening for us right now, and being aware of that. And I guess I'd also like them to take away a feeling of connection to maybe somebody who has passed on that may still feel close to them, and to embrace that feeling of closeness, even though it's a mystery as to how that can be. Because that's a big theme in the story. And also be aware that celebrities are real people with real feelings, and what you see of them in the public eye may not really be what, you know, who they are. So don't like label them with whatever you see.
Do you have a daily or set schedule to write?
Not lately. Lately, I've been focusing on getting this book out there into the world. But in Jennifer's class, I learned to not really make a schedule, but kind of make an intention, I think was more the word, to how little of a time each week could I give to this. And at first it was half an hour, 3 times a week. And I would just sit down, and sometimes I would, for that half hour, I would research dragonflies, or I would go online and look up what do you have to do to get a BRCA gene test for breast cancer. I had this long list of tiny, tiny steps. And after that, then sometimes when I actually started writing the story again, I could sit there for longer. But right now, I'm hoping once this is up and flying and soaring through the air, I can get back to something like that, maybe an hour, 3 or 4 times a week at minimum.
Which authors are your inspiration?
I have loved Elizabeth Berg. I'm sorry. I just drank water and it went down the wrong way. Elizabeth Berg has to be my favorite fiction writer ever. But I'm also starting to really enjoy Catherine Center and Anne Crawford, of course. And the 2 authors that we're going to meet on Saturday, Sandra Hutchinson, Hutchison and Anna Bowen. Yeah, there's so many authors that I love. I've come to realize that I really love reading authors of fiction, reading fiction that is about something deeper than just a romance, something with meaning and meat to it.
How do we have time for one more?
Yep. Yeah.
How do you decide what format, having each character have a subdivision statement? Really enjoyed that.
Because in this story, it's Ben and then Savannah, and then Ben and Savannah from their points of view, and Deirdre Rose and Auntie Zan. I mean, I don't think I really decided it. It sort of started coming out that way. Like, you know, when I first started writing it, it was from Savannah's point of view in the yoga room, meeting him. And then I thought, well, it would really be interesting to see inside his head what's happening with him. So then he started having the voice. It just kind of happened that way. I don't think the next book I write will have that, but I don't know. But I'm glad you enjoyed it, because some of those beta readers were like torn between they liked it and they didn't like it. So it is, yeah, wasn't really a decision.
That's all I
Okay.
have right now.
Okay. So why don't we take a breath break? Take a break. Okay. Jennifer will be here any minute. And if not, we will move on.
We say something?
Hi, Paloma.
Hi, I just want to say congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm so excited, and it's been really fun to know a little bit about your process, and you are so inspiring. So just what you're doing right now, and your courage and your composure and all of that, and I love the book. I love it. And you really should do a sequel. And that's all I have to say.
Thank you so much, Paloma. It's so nice to see you there. Oh, I see Jennifer Louden has entered the waiting room. Let's bring her in, why don't we?
I don't see that. Oh, there she is.
I don't see her. Hi, Jennifer. You might be muted, so you might need to unmute and then say hello, and I'll introduce you.
Hi.
There you are. Hi, Jen.
Hello. Congratulations. Woo.
Thank you.
I forgot to have my book right here.
Where are you going? Oh. Here, I was going to do this. At the very beginning, we played Cool and the Gang Celebration with all the kids playing the instruments, and I was going to during it, but it didn't sound, it kind of wavered the sound on Zoom, so I didn't do that. So Jennifer Louden, for those of you that don't know, is based in Colorado, and she's been writing books, self-help books, and you may be familiar with the Women's Comfort series that came out in the 80s or 90s, I don't know, but I've been following her.
I'm not that old.
Not that old, no. 2000, I don't know, when was it?
1992 was my first book.
Oh, 92. I feel like I've been following you forever, and her work has really inspired me and made a huge difference in my own personal life, my creative life, my writing life. And I was people were asking me questions a little while ago, and one of them asked what kept me going. So I was telling them about the class I took with you, which was called Get Your Scary Shit Done, in 2017, and how this book would not be here today without me having taken it. I really think I would have abandoned it. But it was scary to make that commitment to finish it and do something with it. But what I learned from her really, like I was saying before, I don't want to repeat it, but it really, really made a difference. And I don't think she teaches that class anymore, but she's got this awesome book. I wonder, she's got this awesome book called Why Bother that just came out this spring, and Discover the Desire for What's Next. And maybe Jen will tell us a little bit about it. She's going to give away some really cool things today too. Thank you so much. It's really an honor to have you here at the
It's
celebration.
so fun to celebrate with you. I'm so glad you got to this day. I know what a big deal it is. It doesn't matter how many times you publish a book. Each book is your child in a way. I hate to use that tired metaphor, but it does feel so dear and important. And I'm so happy for you and really look forward to lots of people getting to enjoy your work. And yeah, so I have a new book out as well. And the impetus behind the book, y'all, is that we all fall into times when we, in our own way, in our own language, say, why bother, right? Who cares? It's all been done. And I'm too old. It's too late. I mean, this is like 2020 is the nastiest why bother year on the planet. I did not know that would be happening when I published my book. So the idea is how do we navigate those times? How do we normalize them? How do we really use the question? Not in a way that we think we already know the answer to. It is too late. There is no point. What does it matter when everything's so messed up? And instead really ask it as a question of discernment and in that constant process of becoming. And I think one of the things I love about your story, Anne-Marie, is that you really model for us what's it like to say, I do want to bother about writing this story. I do want to bother about getting it out. Nothing about it is easy, right? Nothing about it is guaranteed. And I think that's what we so often get so lost in this culture, is thinking that it's only worth bothering about if it's going to work out the way we want. So thanks for modeling that for us. It's amazing to watch, and it's going to be amazing to watch. Yes, and so I wanted to give away a copy of the book. I was going to give away a copy of the paper book, which is a nice little pile behind me. You can't really see because I do live in Colorado where the sun comes in really bright about this time of the year. But here's what it looks like. And then we have an audio book that I read. And I also created something new recently called the procrastination kit, how to help you stop procrastinating. So we're going to give away one of those. So yeah. How would you like to do that?
So what we're going to do is, we've been doing it a little different ways, and this way we're going to do, Kimmy's got the screens in front of her, and for those of you that are looking at the screens when we're doing the numbers, everybody's screen looks different, and I'm not really sure why. So when I looked at the last combination number that Anne Crawford gave us, it looked different than Kimmy's. So don't try and figure out if you want or not, just wait for Kimmy to say. So we've got 2 screens full of people, so I'm going to ask you to pick some numbers, Jen. Pick the number. Okay. Don't look at the people. Pick the number one. Pick the number 1 or 2.
1 or 2. 1 or 2. 1.
All right. First screen. And
should I close my eyes?
Yeah. Well, as long as if you're on gallery view, yeah, close your eyes.
Okay.
Kimmy, how many rows are there?
5 rows.
All right. So pick a number 1 to 5.
4.
All right, 4th row, and then pick a square. 1 to 5, or there 5?
4.
1 to 4.
3.
All right, Kimmy, who is this person's winning the paperback?
Cynthia Brochette.
Yay, Cynthia!
Yeah.
This is
Cynthia.
Cynthia.
Say hello, Cynthia. You have to unmute yourself, though, or we won't be here.
Thank you so much. What a thrill. Anne-Marie, it's just wonderful to see you so excited. Thank you so much for everything you do.
Thank you.
I can't wait to read the book.
All right. So,
and
thank you. Thank
you. I can't wait to read that either.
So Cynthia, don't forget to email me afterwards and tell me what you want and give me your address, and I will give that to Jennifer, and she will mail that to you directly. All right, so Jennifer, do that again.
Thank
you. Numbers.
We actually have 3 screens, so 1 to 3.
This is for the audio.
3.
All right, 3rd screen.
1 to 5.
5.
All right. 1 to 4.
It's enough. 2.
Pearlie Kane. She already won.
She can't win twice.
No, I should have said that at the beginning.
All right.
A different last number.
4.
All right, that's Carmen Shoesless. I can't say her last name.
All right, Carmen, are you there? Do you want to say hello?
Yes.
All right, Carmen, you've won the audio version of Why Bother. So what does she need to give us? Probably.
She just needs to give us her email address, and we'll send her a coupon to get that book for free on Audible.
All right, great. So Carmen, make sure you email me, annemarie@annemariebennett.com when this is over, and tell me you won the Why Bother audio, so that I can get that information to Jennifer. Jennifer, you'll notice that I'm copying the way you did it on your book launch.
I love it. You're doing it better. I didn't have any Kim to help me with all kinds of numbers.
I know. I noticed that on yours, and I was like, I don't think I can do this all by myself.
I had Becky in the background, but I never thought about how to pick things. So good for you for planning ahead.
That's all right. So what do they need for the procrastination kit?
Same thing. I just need their email.
Okay, so
It's all audios and videos. It's all online.
okay, so Kimmy, she should pick 1 through 3 for the screen.
1 through 3, yes.
2.
All right, 1 through 5.
4.
And 1 through 4.
1.
Angie O.
Angie O?
Yep.
Angie O! Woo!
Who's Angie O? I don't know who that is.
Can you see me?
Yeah! Hi, Angie O.
I know Kimmy from Art Abundance eons ago.
Cool.
There you are. Great. So you've won. Make sure you email me after this is over that you won the procrastination kit. Give me the email address you want her to send it to, and I'll get that to Jennifer later.
Yeah, we'll send you access to that. Yeah. It's
Thank
great.
you very much. And your book is amazing. I thank you for writing it.
And you're speaking to Anne-Marie, right, Angie?
Anne-Marie.
Yes.
She hasn't gotten your book yet, but she's going to.
Yeah, I just wanted to be sure that I was like, thank you so much.
I think Jennifer Louden, I think I have a book of yours on artists and writing or art. Anyway, I'll look in my bookshelf.
Oh,
But
yeah, thank you. Yeah, wonderful. So
She
cool.
does. So when you go to Amazon after this and you buy Dragonflies at Night, you also want to make sure you're getting Jennifer Loudon's books as well. And make sure, please be sure to write reviews for all of us, because like Jennifer will tell you, they make a really huge difference in the Amazon algorithms.
Yes, right, Anne-Marie. I'm going to go write you a review right now. So I bet nobody can beat me to it. It really does make a difference because, and it also makes a difference for lots of other things that we try to do as independent publishers and writers to get the word out. So yeah, and sometimes people are like, I don't know what to say. Just one sentence, God, this book, I was transported. I couldn't put this book down. There you go. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Congratulations. I'm so happy for you.
You made my whole day the day you said.
Oh, good. Well, everybody, so great to see all your faces. And I'm so glad you could be here to celebrate.
Thank you. Have a great rest of the day, Jen.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay, so we have a couple minutes before my special guest, who actually lives in the house and can have a party in person at the computer and doesn't have to Zoom in, will be joining us. And just FYI, for those of you who don't know, he's legally blind. So if you see him not really looking at the camera, that's why, because he can't really see you. So when he picks the numbers, he really won't know who's where at all. So when he comes, you can ask him some questions, and then we're gonna give away one more tote bag. And also, I wanted to, I didn't bring it up, but at the end, we're gonna do this again on Saturday with some different author guests and a few different giveaways. And the grand prize at the very end is gonna be an 18 by 24 poster of the cover without the words on it. The front and the back, it's sort of like the artist gave me the cover from front to back without any of the words on it. And I've made it into a poster on this print. So we're gonna give that away at the end of the day on Saturday. And don't forget, when you go, actually if you go to Amazon and buy the paperback or the Kindle version, just email me the receipt and I will send you the signed book plate. And please, if you can, it's kind of hand stamped and my signature is on there. I haven't signed them all yet, but make sure that you do review. Anytime you read any author, not just me or Jen or Anne, but any author you read that the book touches you in some way, just take a minute or two. That's all it takes to go ahead and put a review on Amazon or Goodreads. Sometimes, I mean, Goodreads is owned by Amazon, I have recently discovered, but they're not connected online. So if you leave a review on Amazon, it doesn't show up on Goodreads. You have to actually leave it there visually. So I had an interview. Make sure you're muted. Please make sure you're all muted. That would be really helpful. All right. Yeah, I had an online radio phone interview today with this guy named Cyrus Webb, who has a talk show on Blog Talk Radio called Conversations Live with Cyrus Webb. His last name is Webb. I think that's pretty funny. Anyway, and he read my book. He's a young man, younger than me anyway, maybe 40, I don't know. But he actually read the book, and it was a really exciting interview. And one thing he asked me was, how are you feeling? Because today's the day that it's live on Amazon. And all I could say was, I can feel it all through my body, just excitement that I've been working towards this day for so long. When I woke up this morning, it felt like Christmas and Hanukkah and my birthday all rolled into one day. And so exciting that I don't have to be here alone in the pandemic and not be able to celebrate. And so happy that you're all like here with me. And I'm gonna put it back on gallery view so I can see all your faces again before he comes in. Oh yes, oh, he's knocking on the door now. Come in, come in. Let me put it back on speaker. And let me just move. Is it locked? Did I lock it out? Oh no. I actually locked it so the cats wouldn't come in, open the door. Okay, there's the chair. All right, we're having a great party here. This is my husband, Jeff Bennett.
Hi,
and,
everyone.
You will notice when you buy the book, or if you've already read it, see he's dressed like a party. You will notice in the front of the book that part of the dedication is to him, because he made me believe that love at first sight is possible. And in the story, Savannah and Ben, it's not love at immediate sight, but within the first 24 hours, they know. And I think that was the same for us. So before we give away the last tote bag, does anybody have any questions for Jeff? He's being very brave to sit here and answer questions. So go ahead and ask. Kimmy's gonna moderate the chat box and tell us. Angie is saying, I'm a huge believer in love at first sight. Yay.
Can I say a few words?
Oh yeah, well, go ahead.
I just wanted to express my feelings about how proud and humble by Anne's efforts to see this thing through from nothing to today. Okay, it's a major accomplishment. I'm proud of her, and I don't think I could do the same thing. So you have to give kudos to her and show that by spreading the word about the book and so forth.
Thank you. It's so sweet. Any questions have come up?
What's it like living with an author?
What, the good or the bad? No, what's good is we both have pretty productive lives where we need time alone to do what we do. I'm an accountant by trade, so I have to help people, through their financial issues and problems and be focused. Well, with her career, she can focus on what she has to do. And so we both have some dedicated time that we can serve what we want to do.
How do you support her during her writing process?
I pay the bills.
You pay your bills, yeah.
Yeah. And
yes.
and give her the time that she needs.
Do you toss ideas around with Anne Marie?
Not really. You know, if she has things, ideas, she can bounce them off me, but you know, she usually can work it out between herself and probably her audience.
The writing ideas, but he's good at business kinds of ideas about how to, yeah, the marketing, that kind of the business aspects of it. He's much more attuned to that than I am, and that's really helpful. He's left brain, I'm right brain. Thank you, Angie. Anybody else want to know anything? This is your one and only chance. Joe and Karen, you're up there. Why don't you ask something? That's my brother and sister-in-law. I haven't had a chance to really study the screens too much. Let's look at the screens. But I'm only seeing 2 screens. I don't know why that is. And there's over 99 people here. It just says 99 plus, and that's not very helpful. All right, I don't know. Hey guys.
Congratulations, and we love you both.
Oh, thank you, Joe. Thank you, Karen.
Welcome.
Yeah. Were there any other questions there? I saw one about, do you cook dinner every night so I can write?
No.
He's legally blind, like I said. You don't want him cooking too much in the kitchen. He used to, though, when I first met him, and his 2 oldest kids were living with him. They were 10 and 7. He made lots of good dinners until I came in and I got that job. All right, so how did you meet?
Sorry.
That's a good question. You want to answer that?
Yeah, we met by I can't remember the exact forum.
It was North Shore Sunday.
Yeah, it was the old-fashioned newspaper, and not online at that time. And we met that way and went on, started our dating process, and enjoyed each other.
So go ahead and guess who placed the ad, me or him? Well, some people on there probably know. Nobody wants to take a guess at that? Dee's saying him. Angie's saying I did. He did. Betsy's saying me. You're right, it was me. I actually placed the ad, yep. It was a little tiny, on the back page of the North Shore Sunday, which doesn't come out anymore. Obviously, everybody does all that online. All right, so we're gonna give away one more tote bag, which you all saw at the beginning, full of journals, coloring books, other little Dragonfly cool things. So, Kimmy, how many screens do we have?
There's 2 screens now.
That is so weird because there's more people than that. All right, so Jeff, I want you to pick the number 1 or 2.
2.
All right, second screen. How many rows?
1 to 5.
All right.
5.
Okay.
And then
and 1 to 4.
4.
She already won.
She already won. All right, pick another number besides 4.
1.
Susan Colburn.
Susan, I know you're there. Want to say hello? Take yourself off mute.
Hello.
Hi, Susan. All right, you won the tote bag. Please.
Well, wonderful.
I know your address, but please send me an email that reminds me that you won it. Kimmy's got it too, but we're just.
Congratulations. And Jeff, good to see you joining the conversation here. It's nice to have the duo. I want to know, Anne Marie, what did you say in that tiny little ad that you put in the paper?
I know, I still have it somewhere too. It was something about how I loved children and the ocean, and I don't know, that I was looking for somebody with creativity and compassion and something. There were 3 C's. I don't remember. I'd have to go look that up. That's a good question.
That's good.
Okay. I think probably all he saw was that she loves children. Anyway, it worked out pretty well. And he, I used to read the newspaper, but he said, and I believe him, that the only time he ever read it was that day that he picked it up and saw the ads on the back.
Well, that's serendipitous.
Yes, yes, very, very.
Thank you again, and I'm looking forward to writing you the review.
Oh, thank you, Susan. My super fans. Thank you again to my super fans, all of you. You know who you are. Thank you again to Kimmy for doing such a great job of getting us through this. And for helping me out beforehand and calming my nerves beforehand. And thank you to all of you who showed up today for me. It's a very emotional feeling, like that you all just care so much. And I really, really am grateful to you all for being here. So again, I'll just remind you, we're doing this again on Saturday. If you want to come back and have some fun with us at 11 in the morning Eastern, we're going to do some more giveaways, two different authors, both fiction authors this time. And if you buy Dragonflies at Night on Amazon anytime this week, send me an email with the receipt and I'll send you a signed book plate, since I can't sign your book for you here in person, especially if you live far away. All right, so I'm going to put it back on gallery view because I'm recording this. So just so if y'all want to wave, I'll go through the two screens that I can see. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been a real treat. Thank you. Hopefully we'll see some of you on Saturday too. All right.